You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, Black and White sports fans, what is so wrong about expressing your Christian values if you are a Christian? I said it before, man, that Christianity is under attack here in this country. Now, we all know that Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker is a devout Catholic. He has traditional family values, and we have seen over the decades, man, that America has definitely lost its way. America, if you are a leftist, does not believe in the family anymore. They don't believe in mother, father, raising kids. They just don't believe that, man. And it's actually destroying this country. Now, Harrison Butker gave a speech at Benedictine College, a Catholic university, and the left came and attacked him. He was actually in a Christian Catholic setting, and they still went after him. He wasn't on ESPN or something like that saying that, hey, have kids or anything like that. He was actually in his own Christian setting. And I agree with pretty much everything that he said. I didn't find anything that he said to be offensive, man. But he made that statement over 2 months ago, that speech, something like 2 months ago, man. But yet, they're still going after him. Now, the ESPYs were last night. The woke ESPYs that I'm pretty sure nobody watched, nobody cares. I can't tell you the last time I actually watched the ESPYs. Maybe you got to go back 20 years. I don't know. I really haven't seen too many ESPY awards. I believe the ESPYs started with like 30 years ago or something like that. I remember Jim Valvano saying, don't give up, don't ever give up. And that's when the Jimmy V Cancer Institute was actually started to help raise awareness for cancer. Good cause. But the ESPYs, like a lot of these other award shows, they've lost their way. They have lost their way. They are all woke now. And last night, man, Harrison Butker got attacked at the ESPYs. It was actually Serena Williams and Venus Williams on stage with somebody else. I don't know who her name is. And then Serena went on the attack to Harrison Butker. Why would they actually do that, man? And the crowd cheered. That's disturbing right there. The crowd cheered. We definitely lost our way, man. I'm pretty sure you know that conservatives aren't actually watching this thing. And I believe Harrison Butker was actually in attendance at the ESPYs, if I'm not mistaken. Now, some of the people are going to say, hey, it was a comedy skit. Yeah, that was a comedy skit. But then it seems like the jabs are thrown in at the end. It's ridiculous. And for one thing, Serena Williams is supposed to be a Christian. She grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. I believe she's still a Jehovah's Witness. Now, I know that Catholicism and Jehovah's Witnesses, not the same thing, but some of the core values are still the same. And by the way, Serena Williams has a family, right? She has a husband and a child. And I'm pretty sure Serena Williams is going to say, hey, her kid is probably the most important thing in her life, the most important job in her life, right? But she still went out there and attacked Harrison Butker, guys. So let's get into this. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Member live stream every single Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. And you guys can support us by becoming a member on blackandwhitenetwork.com and supporting us on locals for just $5 per month. Here we go. Serena Williams calls out Harrison Butker at ESPYs, says, we don't need you with kicker in attendance. So Harrison Butker was there. And Christians are getting attacked. Now, if Harrison Butker was a Muslim and said those things, I'm pretty sure that would have not been put into the ESPYs. Because ESPN, they're perfectly okay with being called anti-Christian. But of course, they don't want to be called Islamophobes or anything like that. Says here, the 2024 ESPYs took place on Thursday night. Nobody watched, I'm sure. If this is the first time you're hearing that news, you're most certainly not alone. The sports award show featuring enough woke flavor that may even put a smile on the face of Keith Olbermann was hosted by Serena Williams. Okay, she was the host. Okay, I didn't know that. And the tennis legend didn't waste her opportunity to call out Kansas City Chiefs kicker Harrison Butker. During a segment highlighting women's sports, Williams was joined on stage by his sister Venus, as well as actress Quinta Brunson. I have no idea who she is. After the trio did a few comedy bits that folks in the audience had to force themselves to laugh at, Venus began closing out the segment by saying, "Go ahead and enjoy women's sports like you would any other sports because they are sports." So she wants people to go out there and enjoy women's sports. But if you're on the left, man, women's sports is not for women anymore. It's actually for men. All you got to do is identify as a woman if you're a man, and you're allowed to invade women's sports. Where does Serena actually stand on that? Remember, she actually said that she would lose to Andy Murray, sit-so in like 10 minutes. Yeah, she said that about 10 years ago. But anyway, says here, this is when Serena mentioned Butker, who was in attendance, by saying, "Except you, Harrison Butker, we don't need you." Bronson responded by saying, "At all, like ever," which was met with applause and a few boos as well. But let's go and watch this clip, guys, because it's overwhelmingly applause. Let's play it.
So go ahead and enjoy women's sports like you would any other sports because they are sports. Yes. Except you, Harrison Butker, we don't need you. At all, like ever.
Wow. This is ridiculous, man. See, this is why people don't like ESPN anymore, man. ESPN is a left-wing political sports organization that's on the decline, by the way. And they're going out there and they're attacking a man for really wanting family values. It's shameful, man. It's shameful. You know what? That probably was actually scripted, what Serena Williams actually said. I don't know who wrote it, but something's telling me it was probably scripted, because the votes over there at ESPN, they don't like anybody with conservative family values. They don't want that. ESPN has been too busy promoting the trans agenda, the LGBT agenda, the woke agenda. I mean, the cultural Marxism agenda, that kind of thing. Stuff that Harrison Butker is against. There was no reason to bring up Harrison Butker whatsoever. But this is what they wanted to do, man. This is what they wanted to do. They wanted to attack a Christian. At least one that won't fall on the sword. Serena Williams definitely has fallen on the sword. She has. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.